Also, if I go on to say that so many of these spirits have actually proven that there is no concept of time as such, because some of them are, how do I say, some of them are still stuck in the 1800s if they died in a war. There's a graveyard in Khandala where German prisoners of wars have been buried. We were investigating that place. We encountered a soldier who was buried back in some 1800s. And when we asked what date it is, it says 1800. The man has no idea it is 2023, 2022. Leave that, Ranveer. We investigated Holkar Bridge in Pune, said to be one of the most haunted locations in India. We encountered a spirit that has been stuck there for the last, from the 11th century.
11th century.
And that guy's name was Srinivas. He said his name is Mr. Srinivas. The authority like thing. And we kind of understood, and then we were using other devices that kind of explained that he was a scholar who was put in a cupboard like a structure, a box like structure. He was mummified, put in a cupboard like structure, box like structure, and he was thrown into a river.
While he was alive.
While he was alive. He was murdered basically. For some reason. I don't know what.
How do you get the name, but from what device?
So like the device I explained, PSB7, it's a device that we use that scans radio frequencies. Now it can look like any other radio pehle ke zamane mein jo aata tha, but it's a small one and it scans radio frequencies. But what makes the device very different is that we control the speed and the direction of the scanning. For example, let's say there are 83.5 to 108 radio channels, that's the spectrum. We have the control that it can scan from 83 to 105 or 105 to 83. Now, what happens by that is, let's say if I'm playing, recording or doing a session, playing it forward, let's say it's going from 83 to 105. Let's say by chance we are falling in the 93.5 Red FM. There could be someone saying some random name Pooja, and we're investigating a place and we're like, oh, Pooja is the name of the spirit. But if we reverse it, every sane name, every legal name will be reversed. Pooja will become some Ajup or something. Ranveer will become some weird name. It will be so weird that it is kind of very how do I say that the human mind won't be able to decode it. So by that, what we are doing is we are keeping our mind at bay, saying that please do not interfere, by finding similar words from it. So when we reverse it, everything that comes in, and because we also can, like I said, control the speed of it, we speed it in a way that whatever output we are getting, it is what we call as white sound.
Okay, 1 second. I'll have to break this down a little more. Yeah. And this is the engineer and me also excited. There was a movie once I saw called White Noise. Very old movie.
I have heard about it,
yeah. And it was about this concept that spirits communicate through white noise.
Yeah.
Now, white noise is similar to, an older televisions. I don't know if our Gen Z listeners would understand. Yeah. But when you flip to an untuned channel, there was just like a
Yes.
That is white noise.
Yes.
Or when you tune into a radio frequency
that has no channel or anything like that, no response, that is white noise. Very true.
So within white noise, you find these sound bits.
That's not sound bits, but using that white noise, they try to communicate. So we get responses on that device. So when we get Mr. Srinivas, we heard that from the device.
Wow. So you can actually hear
in real time
voice.
Yeah, in real time. It's a male, female, whatever we hear it.
Why isn't the scientific community also talking about this?
Because in the past, there have been many people who have disrespected this field and made it a work of a fool. If I'm making sense. Why? Because in the past, we have seen, not just in India, but all over the world, there are more fake people in this field than people who are genuine.
Okay.
So it becomes a common misconception that is very fake. That cannot happen. So I know certain physicists from UK and all who are staunch believer of paranormals and are doing researches which will blow your mind. And then I know also people who do not believe in it. As a part of our job, the team we have, we also work with doctors to understand the human mind more, because the more we understand the human mind, the more we can reach out to a fact that what else it can do to trigger certain responses, to do certain things, to do what happens after death, So there are people who are researching, but then, I think, but this is my personal belief, we are too busy in our day-to-day job to give any importance to a subject like ghost or spirit.
Yeah. Okay. Because science helps engineering, and you'll only do research in those scientific fields which have direct human application,
Yes.
which solve a human problem.
Exactly.
And this may not be an out and out mainstream human problem.
Yeah. That's what exactly it is,